Minto it's been a while that I have not been here singing Chumbwate, but I had to make time. There is a program that we want to start. Is a scholarship program that we want to start with kids who are in class 4 and 5, and we are looking forward to take them to a primary boarding school, and we are going to start with 2 children. But before we start with these 2 children, we have to try and get as many children as we can. We have a group of us that have come together that will be screening the children who are applying, and then we'll set the children to go. So again, if you are new to this group and you just joined the group is a group of men and women around the world. We came together so we can support each other. The organization is registered under Amasase.org. We started as a women group in 2017, May of 2017, and in November we opened the mixed group for men and women. So now we've been taking time to try and help children in a different way, but we wanted to start a scholarship program where we are committed to certain children, and we are going to give them scholarships starting from grade 4 and up, because we want to start them when they're young. And the reason why we want to do that, it's because some of these orphan children, by the time they get to 8th grade, a lot of them are picked by like banks. They end up getting sponsors. So our hope is that if we start these children in 4th grade and 5th grade, they are going to be able to do so well that by the time they are doing their class 8, we would have connected them with a sponsor who is probably a bank, who is probably a person, to take them through high school. And if you're new and you've never heard the story how this group was first opened, or how Amasase and Amachuma came to be, is when I came to Kenya, that was 2007, I believe, or 2008, and I found a little boy in my mother's house that Omokolimirimu had left. That boy was probably in class 4, and I put him in a boarding school just within days. In fact, I met him like today. Within a few days, he was already preparing to go to a boarding school, which is, I think it's called St. Joseph Academy, Nyasore. And the teachers in that school were so good, and I used to pay school fees as I could get it, and the boy excelled so good that when he did his class 8, he passed so well, and Equity Bank picked him from that school. And part of what that school, St. Joseph's Academy, Nyasore, used to do, I'm sure they're still doing it, they could identify those children that are excelling well and they did not have parents or they don't have a guardian, and recommend those children for screening. There is a department of giving back through the banks that is running around, and sometimes people don't know it. So our son Alex stayed in that school from class 4 to class 8. Rogers, I see you. How are you? To class 8. And in class 8, he was picked through that scholarship that took him through high school. I always forget the name of his high school. It is Kebirigo National School. The name, I can't. It's there next to Tombe. It's a national school. And his school fees was paid for 4 years. And now this scholarship we are going to start is going to be different than the other scholarships we've been giving. And there's also a group of people that have a group of children that they've been educating, but we are going to do it a little different. If we are going to give a child a scholarship, we are not going to continue supporting them if they get C's, D's, and F's. Because in the case of Alex, after Alex finished high school, although he's in college now, which I am paying out of Nyambaria High School. Thank you. Roger, it's a good thing you are here. But yes, our son was called to Nyambaria High School, where he went to school for 4 years without us paying anything through Equity Bank. And you know what happened? During the holiday, they could take these children and mentor them. So the challenge that I faced as a parent to my son is when he got to Form 3 and Form 4, he started doing the teen things. If I had not adopted this child to bring him in my home, I was going to drop him out of scholarship. And some of the children that we've been carrying, educating in school, have been having bad grades. And we decided as a team, we are not going to keep any child on scholarship who doesn't meet the requirements of being on scholarship. So I don't want this video to be long. And I just want everybody who's here, let me put the number here. I am going to give my number. I am requesting anybody who knows orphan children that are either living in a home, kids, let me say kids, girls in class 4, girls in class 4, we need 4 girls, boys in class 5, 4 boys. Okay, so when we take these children, for these children to stay on scholarship, they have to maintain certain grades. So anyway, the choice of school that we are going to use is Eronge Primary Boarding School, and the interview is coming up on July 19th. So anybody who knows a child that is an orphan, that doesn't have both parents, I have given my number there. Send the child's name and send the child's report card, and we also need the child's primary guardian number. Okay, and you have to have a child who is in a situation where they're performing well. They are above class 1, I mean number 1 to 5 at least for the screening. So when they go to the interview, we are only going to pick 2 children, but we are giving the children an opportunity, 8 children to test out, and we are going to take 2. And when we take these 2 children, we are going to give them a full scholarship. They will be going to school for free until they give us a reason not to. If any of the children that you are going to submit to us is going to have a C, if they, for whatever reason, they drop their grade, we will drop them out of the program. We are not going to do what we've done with the other children in the past because it's costing us money. We want children, just like here, if you get a scholarship for college, you have to maintain the grades for you to keep your scholarship. You have to follow the rules. So we will be updating you. So anyway, we are looking for children in class 4, girls. These girls, they have to be at the top of their class from number 1 to 5. Girls in class 4. For boys, we are looking for boys in class 5. And we need 4 boys, okay? So when you reach out to me through this number, you are going to send me a copy of their report card of these children, okay? They have to be top number 1 to 5 in their class, and write a brief history of the child, okay? Is the child the oldest? Give us a history, like a background on the kids. Are they the oldest? Are they the only child? What is their story? But make it short. Don't make it long, okay? The history of the child. Tell us who is raising this child now. Who is the primary guardian for the child? We need a number, a contact number, because once we take these children to school, we have to have somebody who will be visiting these children, although we have a group of Amasase and Amachuma who are going to be on the ground. And I'm talking about people like Nyareso, who you always see here. Migi is always here. Babji is here. Antivirus, those are my peoples, yeah? Mkisi ni Mkisi. Those are my people. Those my people, Akina Nana, Akinomo Iverania. We are just going to start with 2 children. They will be a part of the mentoring program. So these kids are not just going to be kids that they are just going to do whatever they are doing. No, we are going to follow these children up, and we need a primary contact number because we plan to go above and beyond for these children, and that's why we are starting with only 2 children. After we get these 2 children, we will take it from there. We will grow, and we have to start from scratch. The children has to have good conduct. I don't know how many times I heard from Nyambaria High School about this, my child. he was just getting in all kinds of trouble. And again, had I not adapted him, I would have dropped him out of the program and picked another child. So the child has to have good behavior. These are things that when you're bringing these children for interviewing, they have to be ready to know that that's what's expected of them to be in that program. And by the way, I already have people who are willing to support these children, but I want us to start with just 2 children. So here is the requirements. These are the things that they need, okay? So when you reach out to me in the inbox and the guardian, I want to speak to the guardian. And remember, this interview is July 19th. I want to speak to the guardian because they need 500 shillings, okay? They need a photocopy of their birth certificate. They need colored photos, 4 photos. They need a pen and a pencil. They need a photocopy of their current report card. And they need a geometrical set. That is what they are going to need for the testing on July 19th. They only have probably, how many days? A couple days from now. I don't know how many days are remaining. But I want to be able for us to get these kids ready and up and rolling so they can prepare themselves for the interview. We will pay for them to do the test. We will pay for them to take the photos. We will pay for them to buy the pencil and the geometrical set and whatever they need for them to do this testing. It is not complicated. It is as simple as that. I wanted to keep this video as simple as it can be, and we'll be updating you about our scholarship program, but we are just starting. We also have our Facebook page of Amasase and Amachuma, and I'll be sharing that information. Once we select our children, you're going to know who the children are, and we'll be updating you because you're going to be a part of the team that is going to help educate these children. This is a project that does not belong to one person. So we are going to be paying school fees. We will be paying school fees as members of Amasase and Amachuma. Every time we will be doing like a fund drive to pay into these kids. It's us donating. I have no way from this country of America. My number is 856-304-3371. I have pinned it here. Please send those requests for applications, because we are going to pick out of all the children you're sending. We are only going to pick 8 children who are going to test out, and out of the 8, we are probably going to we will take 2 to start with. If need be, and we see that a lot of people are joining, we can add the other children. Okay, going back to the way we are going to fund these children. I personally I'll tell you today, moving forward, once we select these children and they're going to Eronge Primary Boarding School, I will be giving 10% of my income from the business that I have. I run my own business. That's why I have not been on Facebook for all this time. I was in Kenya and I went to be there with my friend. But coming back, I brought like 6 suitcases of merchandise that I plan to sell. And with God's help, I want to donate every penny that I make out of those suitcases, because I was in Kenya because I went there to support my friend who lost the dad. That's how I met most of you. And I still feel it is nice to give back, because this particular friend, I met her here, and we've been trying so hard to help the children. So for all the proceeds that I make from my benefit, from my business, 10% is going to go to the program. There is a few friends that I can tell you today that I know 100% sure that are willing to help us in this project. And Roger Ongera is one of them. That is my cousin. If you guys know Roger, you see he's here. He's going to be one of the people who's going to give me 10 shillings. Nana is going to give me 10 shillings. Who else is here? Kwamboka is going to give me 10 shillings. Everybody is going to give a little something to this project. If we surprise ourselves, if we outdo ourselves and we realize that we are raising more money than we thought, we are going to pick the rest of the children. And that is how we are going to start this Amasase and Amachuma program. So, number 1, I have said I will be giving 10% of my income towards the project. Number 2, if you're selling products, when you're advertising products here, most of you know that we started charging people to advertise here. We have 2 people running these groups. We don't run the groups. The admins that used to run the groups are all retired. They can help once in a while. But we have 2 paid members who are running both the men and the women group. And if you're advertising something, you pay. So they have been paying, and we have been receiving money. And yes, we have money from the Facebook page. So that money is going to go towards the scholarship. And in fact, I forgot to tell you that when I do live videos on Facebook, Facebook pays me, or rather gives me money through the STARS program, where I have followers who like what I do, as much as others might think I'm not doing anything. There are people who are waiting for me to just say one word of encouragement. They have the money, but they don't have the motivation. They need a reminder. So that's what I do. I do motivational talks on my page. And by the way, if you've not liked my page, this is Keeping Up with Penny O. Like my page, you might be the lucky one that is going to get connected with somebody. That's how I live. You connect one person, the other person connects you. Like my page, because you liking my page is going to put me in a place where I'm going to have more viewers, and I'm going to have more people following me, and that following turns into cash. So that money that I get from my stars on Facebook, I'm not going to eat that money. I'm genuinely going to put that money on the scholarship program. So the first one is coming from me. The second one is the money we use for advertisement. And the last one, we have especially Amasase that I'm sure about 100%. And even there's a Amachuma from Minnesota that are willing to give us $10 every month. They are not going to give us a lot of money. They are willing to just come in and give $10. And these $10, we are going to pay towards the scholarship. So we are going to rely on donations from people. If you have a co-worker, give them our organization, tell them we have this program where we want to start educating children, and we are giving sanitary towels. Give them the website. In fact, I should have put the website here. Give them the website and let them come online and donate. So the website is Amasase, Amasase.org. Okay. Send nominations to, please do it on WhatsApp, 856-304-3371. Okay. And we need 4 girls, class 4. We need 4 girls. We need four girls, okay, for class 4. Okay. And 4 boys for class 5. And out of the 4, we are going to pick and 5 for class 5. And for class 5, 5 boys. Okay. Out of those, we are going to pick 2 children that we are going to start sponsoring, and then our program is going to grow. So that's that. I don't need to repeat what I've said. I wanted this video to be as short as possible, and I am truly dedicated to educate one child, and we are going to do part of the mentoring. And there's another guy, most of you might know him. He is in Delaware. His name is Erastus Mongare. He is one of our members here, and Erastus runs a non-profit organization that is called Startup for Africa, or Startup Africa. What Erastus does, he brings X amount of children from Kenya every year to the USA, and they come into families. They go into different homes so they can do, like, he does like a mentoring program. Because of COVID, he did not bring these children this year. So once we start our project with these children, part of the program that we are going to do through Erastus' help, and by the way, Erastus Mongare is the man behind Amasase and Amachuma, meaning he's the one who helps me navigate things around, because this opening an NGO was something that I wasn't really aware. But he's been running one in Delaware, and it was doing great. So anytime I have a question, he's like my mentor. I call him, and I admire him so much because he's taking his time to help children see life from a different perspective. They bring the children here and they take them to different states, and they give them a tour. And at the same time, these children get a visa for 5 years. Some of those children have been lucky enough, the children that the Rastas has been bringing back and forth, to get scholarships. So now, once our kids are in class 8, if they do get a scholarship, because you know somebody who knows somebody, remember, we don't know who we know. We know somebody who knows somebody. Once our children get a scholarship to class 8 and they go through high school with a scholarship, when they finish high school, we will be looking for scholarships for them in America. Okay? We don't want the children to go struggle in the University of Nairobi. We will go to community colleges. We will go to universities, us who are here in America, and we will find scholarships for these children. There are actually scholarships online where they're looking for good students who are excelling in the academics, and the schools want to give back by giving them scholarships. Thank you for listening to me. Did I apologize for these glasses? I did not intend to wear these purple glasses. I wanted to wear blue glasses. Blue is the color for our organization. And the slogan that our motto here is together we can. Together we can come together and change lives of the children. Together, you see, even today, anganike gusingo ita na kwandire songo pi because ntaite no abantu bali batari kubike gusiba iwe, because this project is starting, and this project is going to excel, because you know what, there is a few people that are willing to give whatever they can give for them to change a child's life. For us who have children, we know how we take care of our children. For us who have been blessed that we have jobs, or we are able to hustle and make money, we know what it means. All our money ends to our children. So picture a child who lost the mother. Picture a child who lost the father. Picture a child who lost the grandmother. And the child is just around the neighborhood, loitering around. We want to take those children. This video, I should have done it a long time ago, but I have so much to do that I don't really have time sometimes to come and sit and talk about this project that we've been thinking to do. And we have a group for the people who are willing to be a part of the project, and I'll be sharing that group, and we will take it from there. So that way, we are all on board on supporting these children. By the way, let me see if I can put this group here. It should have been here today. Let me see. Just 1 minute. The group later. And this thing, once I put my mind into it, it's going to work. The only thing you're going to tell the children, Miss Penny said, and her team, they have to maintain a B grade the whole time they're on scholarship. And I said again, we are choosing Eronge Primary Boarding School. If you don't know that I'm this way because of the foundation I got at Eronge, so if you're wondering why I'm like I am, although you might think otherwise, it is the foundation I got at that primary boarding school. And after that, I went to Ronga High School. And my life has been changed, because I believe somebody has to hold somebody. And it's because I had parents that were able to support me and pay my school fees. I never lacked. And then when I finished high school, they brought me here. I had that kind of support. Some of these children don't have support. Okay? And that's what we are going to do as Amasase and Amachuma Scholarship Program. Let me wait for your nominations. The number is 856-304-3371. We are looking for 4 girls in class 4. We are looking for 4 girls in class 5. They are going to Eronge Boarding Primary School on July 19th to test out for an exam, for a placement test. We are going to take 1 girl in class 4, and we are going to take 1 boy in class 5. The student that is going to go for that test, or whoever we are going to nominate, which is going to be within this week, has to be able to have a birth certificate. They also need a guardian, contact of the person that we are going to call, so we can arrange for these children to go and get tested, and we start the program. And we are going to give these kids everything they need, including holidays. When schools are closed, we'll be taking these children on holidays just to get away from their busy schedules, because we want to do we just don't pay for school fees. We also want to do mentoring. A lot of these children, they don't have good examples, they don't have parents. So we will try to partner with other people who are going to move these children from their regular home where some are even sexually abused, and be put in a program where they're engaged during the school holidays so they can stay on target. And we want to see one child's life changed, one step at a time. Thank you for listening, and please share this information with your friends and family, and I'll be waiting for your nominations in the next, I believe, 3 to 4 days. Nyasaba seseni ekeusiga gotebanga obwatu mwabo obwatwa koboko ochaka otabwati omwabo obwata muramumo ige minute bintu abagusi tigatochamo unabagusia Amasase na Amachuma totumie metandae tali totumie metandae kunya gukwana gusa kunya kwa akeli ugi totumie metandae tosomi umwana oyomo ogotoleta amu ekero tuachire gusiba no mnakero ngocha gocha rojo maite next time wikaturagire tokero tokoragira aria twanyora ngantu bwa take point of discussion ndogonya kolindagira gusa toko endo hotel Nyamira toko enda mocha toko enda ekero togocha kumira na tori lunch Amasase na Amachuma Nyasaye atosese ni tubwatebeze ito tokoragira gosekero tugucha kwenda togende turatara buchesi hotel chia gusinto chutsake gututarira torrenerie kugendera bia. We bring these children along babe kwali banya koragira into togendete koragira na into because bono tutaite tolie bigeli ometa bande we work so hard turuchwane kere mirimo yandangiriti. I just stopped everything I'm doing. Abande you work so hard and you earn the money, so every now and then utaitogendo ikaranse quality base lakini tigato abana aba chintakana 10% of the money we earn tigakobo mongiti 10% inji wokoletera butaka. And you guys are going to be part of the program, and we are going to do well. Roger, thank you already for accepting to be part of the program, and I believe this program is going to be successful. Nyasaye tatato wakirambia mono asichinsabune chiga asirero tuachakire gukondera umubango moroberi bwe scholarship program tutaite kwa abana baitu chintakana monene nkuligitura abana bana baiseke kuligitura abana bana bamurato kubanyoro monene tokonye tuchamo muno mwamugusi tuchake gusomya umwana oyomo tuchakire no mwiseko oyomo tuchakire no mumro oyomo monene nuruchukugani wetu nurucha mabira turochirita abana monene nyari gotokonye tura abana abacha ko babagambi bamaega nza chinde turi kumanya abana abangankyo buguma bwabo gucha guchinji kuna Amasase na Amachuma chinkoro cyawe kero tuguchake program yo monene banyale go soase group ye bachake ko kurwiki bakuru omonene barwe bangeriye ikomyo gusomya umwana n'umuntu nonyora no nyine kisiringi 10 obeke abana bagende school abana abacha koire na bacha gokonye kinyoro monene nye narandi tugukwana tari gokogoki tuabere nandi kubwa mono monene twekisemi chigo tokonya sebintu tokubanga bune kinyoro na turanyali gokonya twasabira yonse seretera Kristo yiro mutolito amen. Yasawi